Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back to your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Hedera and HBAR. So with that being said, I hope that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. So obviously the overall market has been ranging a little bit over the weekend. It is the weekly candle close today. Right now, I am recording this a little bit earlier in the day. So by the time that this does go live, prices are most likely going to change a bit. But regardless, the weekly candle closes here. And I think everyone should be watching HBAR leading in to this next week. Why? Well, because the pattern looks like it's going to repeat. And we'll talk about that. But beyond that, altcoins. I mean, it's no secret at this point that altcoins are going absolutely insane. I mean, we watched Uniswap. It was like a 55% gain in a matter of hours. Most of the altcoin market is waking up in a very, very big way. And HBAR, guys, it's also one that is doing tremendous moves. I feel as though at this point, though, everyone is under the impression that this is going to sell off, that it's not going to last, that HBAR is not going to do much. But guess what? That's false. When we really look at HBAR, it's peaking above significant levels, already backtested 10 cents, held 10 cents, and now we just tapped 12 cents. Again, 12 cents was always going to be a little bit of a rough spot. But if you look at this chart, I don't even need to open TradingView. Guys, I don't even need to look at an actual chart for HBAR because when we really look at this, right, you can clearly see the pattern repeating. Even if you actually wanted to look at candles, here you have the overall chart. Guys, regardless if today's close is good or bad, this pattern looks very, very good to repeat. And if that is the case, we're going to break 12 cents and we're going to go to my original targets, which was, guess what? 15 to 20 cents in the short term. Then we really look at retesting the all-time highs, breaking over it, going into price discovery and hitting $1 to $2 to top out. And then guess what? We take our profits. We make sure that we take profits along the way. We make sure that we are getting out of our positions, not fully, right? Always keep a moon bag. But for the most part, I do think that HBAR holders are about to get paid heavily. And we are about to be rewarded for our time in the market, which I always say is far better than timing the market. And outside of this, though, you know, some of the big things that I've been focused on is TVL, usage of the network, spotlight it, focus on what Hedera has to offer, right? Because I feel as though now people are taking into accountability just how efficient and disruptive Hedera is with the tech stack under it. I mean, it's no question at this point that Hedera is going to lead the way. Hedera is going to be a major player, especially around enterprise grade adoption. I think far too many people overlook the tech stack behind Hedera. I have been screaming about Hedera's tech stack since going back to 2021. And I get it, right? We've been here for a while. You know, I see a lot of people getting extremely disgruntled and frustrated. Guys, I'm right there with you. I've been in this market for a very long time, prior to even 2021. I mean, if we really look at what's going on, I think that now, more than ever before, I'm probably more bullish on HBAR than I've ever been. Back in 2021, if you've been around since 2021, you know how bullish I was on Hedera back in 2021. I didn't think that I could get any more bullish. But over the bear market, which should have, you know, had us saying, oh, I'm tired of this bear market. I'm extremely done with this bear market. You know, I'm losing hope and faith. Guess what? During the bear market, it was a party for HBARbarians. Why? Because it was update after update after update. And now we are at the point where that is all being rewarded. And it will continue to be rewarded. But regardless of that, DeFi, guys, we're at $170 million in TVL. This is very significant. And stablecoins on Hedera, sitting at 7.2 million. Volume in the last 24 hours, 8.5 million. That is very significant. And we just broke out of the 2023 highs in terms of DeFi. It was $161 million back in February of 2023. We just broke that. In fact, our high here was $176.5 million. Do you know how crazy that is? That is the path of incredible growth mixed with extremely efficient technology behind DeFi initiatives. When we look at all the chains, Hadera has slowly but surely been grinding against the top players in this market and pushing beyond them. Next up, I'm really looking at Algorand. And Algorand has a TVL of $202 million. We're right behind that. But when we really start to see DeFi on Hedera really take off, because guess what? This is just the beginning. I really do believe that we are going to push beyond the typical players. Mainly, I look at ADA, Cardano, which has almost $500 million in TVL. But in the long-term span, TVL on Ethereum, which is sitting at $103.5 billion, that dominance will be dethroned. We will start to see that TVL trickling down. And I do believe that Hedera is going to steal the spotlight. I really do. A lot of people think that I'm crazy, but guys, a lot of people think that I'm just here for the technology, that I'm not here to make money. It's comical, but you know, if you've been in the free Discord, if you've been in the paid Discord, if you've been in the private Crypto Wealth Network group, you are absolutely making a killing. Because outside of a lot of the projects that I talk about on the YouTube channel, a lot of those projects that I have given out to the private groups, guess what? They've been absolutely killing it. But I'm also here for the technology. Why? Because guess what? We've been investing heavily into Hedera because of the technology, and now it's starting to pay off, and it will continue to pay off. Even DEXs, right? Decentralized exchanges, SaucerSwap has been killing it. $130 million in TVL. And in HBARs, it's over 1.2 billion HBAR. And it's because of the efficiency behind Hadera. Just to put it into perspective, here's the fastest decentralized exchanges of the blockchain world. Big shout out to Kryptonic Bull. Look at this. We're talking about comparing Hadera to Phantom, Avalanche, Polygon, Ethereum, BNB Chain, Tron, and even Cardano. This is why I say that Ethereum will be dethroned. It 100% will be dethroned. Will it be by Hedera? We don't know. But I would say, going off of the technology, going off of the amount of adoption that has happened in just the last, 2 years, 3 years, I do think that Hedera is a top contender and will be a major project that jumps into the top 10, possibly the top 5, and ultimately dethrones Ethereum over time. I said it back in 2021, right? I said, going off of what Hedera is doing, going off the tech stack, going off of the white papers that I read, I don't see how Hedera is not the size of Ethereum in the future. I really do think that everyone should be reading about the tech stack behind Hedera. It's not just about, hey, look at how much adoption there is. Look at how much TVL there is. It's also what is powering this network. What is lucrative for enterprises to utilize this network? And it's the tech stack. Also, when we look at DeFi, right? It's not just DeFi taking off on Hedera. NFTs. Guys, the NFT market is returning. It's red hot still. I do think that once the normies jump back into crypto, right? And CNBC's talking about it. Every mainstream media is talking about it. Guess what? You're going to see the NFT wave come back. And when we look at NFTs, guys, 490 NFTs sold via order to multiple buyers in just one single batch operation. It cost 15 cents. When we think about that cost versus Ethereum or versus any other chain, it's night and day. That is why when we look at all of these other networks, Hedera is a top contender. It is a leading gem. Beyond this, Ethereum Denver, massive event, live on stage now. Hedera presenting the Hedera Adventure, exploring the decentralized frontier. Check it out.
As you can see in the graph here, it uses 1,000 times less energy than Visa per transaction. So if you're going to swipe your Visa, this is used 1,000 times less to process that transaction, and it's faster too. So there's a big plus there. So yeah, I know for me, that's part of the reason why I work on this blockchain, is because I really do want to make a difference in the world. Yeah, so that's something that was really important to me. So maybe that's something that's important to you too.
Now, regardless if you look at sustainability as an important thing or not, this is very significant to mention considering the fact that when we look at Visa, which we know is heavily adopted, Hedera is already outbeating Visa. They're outbeating everyone, especially when it comes to sustainability, especially when it comes to, cost, speed, efficiencies. This is why enterprises, financial institutions, they will all look at Hedera and say, this is the one. This is the one. I know that Ethereum has been the big player for a very long time. The only reason why is because it has witnessed the most amount of enterprise grade adoption. But what happens when it loses that? What happens when all of the enterprises are flooding from Ethereum over to Hedera, for an example? Now you start to see things change significantly. And that's why I look at Hedera and I'm like, there's absolutely no way that Hedera stays outside of the top 10. There's absolutely no way in my mind. But also look at the ecosystem. To really kind of wrap things up, at the end of the day, this ecosystem is one to take notice of. It's something that I have been watching expand rapidly over the last couple years. And, it took a lot of time to get here. But this is why I say patience is crucial in this space. You have to be forward looking and thinking. And great things take time. Hedera is now blossoming. Hedera is becoming a big player among the top ones in the space. It's a blue chip in my opinion. I do think that Hedera is a household name. It will become a household name in the future as well. Everyone will know about the Hedera name. Everyone will know about the technology behind Hedera. And even if they don't, they will still understand that, guess what? We are now living in the future. Companies, enterprises, they're using some technology. Maybe even the majority don't know the technology that they're using. But in my opinion, that technology will be Hedera because of the efficiencies behind it, because of the tech stack behind it. I mean, this is night and day versus majority of all other networks and chains within the space. And I do think that's one to really kind of take notice of. And at the end of the day, as the market continues to erupt, I have full focus on Hedera because I do think that this pattern is going to repeat. I think that this next week is going to be a big one to watch for as well. I'm very excited for the future of Hedera. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you guys did enjoy the video, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.